So we got the box right here. Yes, sir. Auto LED tech. Let's go ahead and open it. Oh, hold on. I'm doing this with one hand. Let's see. Okay, nicely packaged. There was a cover over this. Let me show you the cover. So it was. I had already took a sneak peek before I showed it to y'all, but this is what it looks like. This is what it would normally come like this. So then you would take this off. You see the instructions right here, secure code to show you how to install it. You got that. Okay, it's kind of windy out, so as you can see. This was the cover for the steering wheel, but as like I mentioned before, I took a sneak peek already, so I took this off just so it can be easy for me to show you guys, because doing this with one hand ain't as easy as I make it seem. So that's the cover that goes on top of this, and this is the steering wheel. Yeah, buddy. As you can see, I got the F1 type and not the full steering wheel. I got forged carbon with my initials right here, or with my first initial and my last name, E-Pain, with the forged carbon. Nice. I got the perforated leather with the gold stitching, and then I have forged carbon right here as well. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Same thing on the other side. Then this is the back. Yes, sir. Look at that forged carbon dancing. Yeah, buddy. So yeah, this is what we're going to be installing today on the C6. Let's yeah, let me get all my tools together and I'll come back to you. Yes, sir. Yo, so we're back. So the first thing you want to do is disconnect the battery terminal, because you are going to be dealing with your steering wheel, and your steering wheel does have the airbag on it or in it. So you don't want to be finagling with that and then freaking your airbag go off on accident. So to avoid that and replacing a whole new, or having to replace a whole new airbag, just disconnect the battery. Especially if you don't know what you're doing. It's your first time doing a steering wheel. Just disconnect the battery. Be safe. Because once that airbag goes off, it's like from the dealership to put it all back together, I think it's like $1,000 just for that. So save you the money, time, and effort, and just do it that way. Or just unplug the battery. I mean, so we're gonna just take this. We're gonna get in, sit this on this side, and then you can either take you a punch, or you can take you a Allen wrench. What we're gonna do is we're gonna be punching those holes with the Allen wrench, and there's a clip that's not that far. This is probably like, well, I want to say like an inch in. You just gotta feel for it. There's two holes on each side. The other hole is right here. I know it's kind of dark, but let me see. Raise it. Let's see. Let's see. Hold on. There you go. The other hole is right there, as you can see. So you just plug this punch right in, or the Allen wrench, or the punch that you have into that hole. You will feel for a bracket, and you will press in. Then that's what dislocates this, or unhooks this. Once you get one side, it's easy to get the other side, because then you know where it's at. At first, it might be a little weird, because you won't know where it's at, especially if it's your first time doing it. You won't know where it's at, so you're going to be finagling with it for a little while. But then once you get that first side, then you automatically get the other side. What I would recommend doing is going slow. Try to, when you do it, try to be more up heat on this side, because the bracket is like right here. Because when you go in, you would just angle it inside and then press in. And then as you're doing that, pull out on this. So then once you hit that bracket, you would know that it's snapped off. Well, not snapped off as in breaking it, but snapped off as in unlatching the bracket. So that way you're not still stabbing at it thinking that it's not unhooked. So once we get that unhooked, we'll get this down, and this goes to that hole right there, but then these prongs on the side right here, this is what keeps it into place. So these two prongs right here, this is what latches onto the sides, and this is what you're going to be this little rod right here that you see, that's a little metal rod that you see going up. That's what you will be pressing against to unhook these. So it's kind of tricky, but once you actually stick your Allen wrench in there and actually see what you're hitting, it's pretty easy, and that actually moves. So you want to make sure you hit it in the right spot, because you will be hitting it and then it'll slip off a couple times. So yeah. So what we're gonna do is remove these tabs from your airbag. Boom, boom. 1 and 2. The yellow, you have to pull up. Let's see if I can do it with just one hand. Yeah, I can't do it one hand. I'm gonna get my flathead. So what you do is pry those up and then pull the connector out. And then with this, I think it might be maybe, what does that look like to y'all? 21, 20? I think it might be a 21 or a 20. So you disconnect that also, and then that's when you're able to take out the whole steering wheel. And then of course you're going to have to rewire these plugs to your aftermarket steering wheel, so that way your paddle shifters work. And yeah, momentarily, I don't think that's anything else. I think that's everything. So you put it into your new one. See, yeah, it just pops off just like that. And yeah, I think that's about it. Make sure you have all your wires in place, connectors in place, and yeah, I'll show you guys what it looks like once I have all this off, and then when we get ready to install the aftermarket wheel. All right, yes sir. So we're back. It's just a mock-up. I took it off. That was a 21 bolt that was right here. So it's a 21 bolt that was right here, and yeah, took that off. And this is just a mock-up of the aftermarket steering wheel, what it would look like. It's not all the way secured in yet. I can still pull it off if I wanted to, but yeah, you don't need a steering wheel tool, as people might say. You could just unloosen the bolt and then wiggle it all around the steering wheel and pry it out. But since I have the F1 type steering wheel and not the full. All right, YouTube man, we're back. The audio's changed because my mic died, then my GoPro died, and then my mic died. So yeah. But this is what it looks like when the steering wheel is, both the steering wheels is completely off. You just want to make sure you clean up all the gunk and residue around there. I got this one. I got the new one all set up. So I basically just took the pieces off the old one. The old one is, let me grab it for you. The old one is right here. So as you can see before, this used to look like this before all the attachments was on this. So if anybody wants the aftermarket, well, not aftermarket, but the OEM stock wheel, you can have for $100, something $50, something like that. Yeah, that's yours. Just DM me or leave a comment below and I'll get to you as soon as I can. So yeah, everything that came off of there got attached onto here. Like these pieces are separate. The paddle shifters on the back is separate. The harness, this whole piece right here is with the harness, so all the wires is literally connected to this piece. This is separate. Again, the shifter is separate. The back piece right here, that's separate. You see it's screwed in by 2 screws. And then you basically just have to, everything that you undid on that one, you'd have to just redo on this one. Put it back the same way you took it out. And then also another thing that I wanted to mention, oh, and the airbag is right there. But another thing that I wanted to mention is I installed this like at like the previous clip. I installed this as like a little mock-up. What you want to do, because when I installed it, I just wanted to see if the wheel was straight. The wheel ended up being crooked. It ended up being up like probably like 2 inches to the right, and that ended up being the new straight. So I had to take it back off and re-slot it into the correct slot. So what videos don't show you is that little notch right there, that little arrow right there, that's the straight arrow. That's where you need to. This is the arrow that you need to line up with this little notch right here. As long as you have that arrow lined up with that notch, your steering wheel will be straight. Don't try to line it up with this notch. Don't try to line it up with this. You got to line it up with this, because that's the only way that it'll go in there straight. I misaligned it, and I would think I was like two inches off, so my steering wheel ended up being to the side like this while I was trying to go straight. So that's just a tip for everybody that's installing these, because in the videos that I've seen, they don't show you that. They just show you taking it off and putting it back on. So now that we got that situated, we got everything installed, got that out the way, I'm going to disconnect the battery terminal again, hook this up, and then install my airbag, and then plug the battery back up and see if all my functions is working. All right. Yes, sir. And then one more thing. Try not to, so the bolts, try not to screw the bolt on too tight. Because if you do screw it on too tight, and you push the barrel too far down there, it will get stuck and you will have a hard time getting it out. So you're probably you may need some WD-40 if it's not straight. If the wheel's not straight when you're going straight, you may need some WD-40 to pull it out, or a steering wheel puller. That'll help also. But just be careful to not tighten this all the way. It just needs to be flush with the bolt. That's all it needs to be, just so the wheel don't fall back out. Other than that, you're fine. So yeah, we're gonna get this installed and get in there. Yes, sir. All right, what's up, YouTube? I just wanted to cut this camera back on real quick, just to show y'all, or just to tell y'all that I drilled this in as far as I could get it as soon as it got snug. So I didn't drill it too far in. The first mistake I made the first time, without any of this stuff on here, and I had a hard time getting it back out, and I'm the one that needed the WD-40 to get the steering wheel back out. But I think I drilled it in there too far, to the point where it got stuck, and I really could not get it out unless I used WD-40, something to loosen it up or something. But this time, I only tightened it enough to where it got snug, to where it wasn't moving. So that way, it's just enough, but not too much to where if I wanted to take it off again, I got another aftermarket steering wheel, for example. I don't know why, but let's say if I did get rid of this one, then I can easily remove it instead of having to go through all that to remove it. So that's that. My hat light starting to die. Shoot, it's getting a little dim. But yeah, that's that I wanted to show you, and this too. So with the airbag, please do not mix up these connectors. The white goes with the white, and the pink goes with the pink. I don't know if you guys noticed it, but this is pink, that's pink. Those go together. This is white, the connector's white. That goes together. Don't misconnect your connectors. All right, that's all I have to say. I'll see you when it's over. steering wheel, y'all. Everything works, functioning properly. Radio still works because the radio and this is connected. So if this doesn't work, there's something wrong with the radio. If the radio doesn't work, there's something wrong with this, or it's both. So, but yeah, this is the review. I am getting custom paddle shifters, and also I am getting these redone. I'm gonna keep this the same. I'm probably just gonna, yeah, I'm gonna keep that the same. Keep this the same because I like the way this. I like the factory look of this. I mean, I can switch it to like a suede one, but I'm like, there's nothing in the car that's suede, so it would make sense for me to get a suede steering wheel. Like I was gonna do suede where the perforated leather is, and then it was just gonna be forged carbon, and then these are gonna be forged carbon, paddle shifters forged carbon, and then this was gonna be suede. But it just wouldn't have matched, so I did the perforated leather, and then I'm gonna do. I already ordered it. Paddle shifters, the side caps, and I'm gonna just leave this the same. So yeah, thank y'all for watching. God loves y'all. God bless y'all. Have a blessed day.